It is Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. Got ourselves a lovely day in store, getting all the way up to 83 degrees today. There is a chance of rain in the forecast, but I think it's going to hold off today. That would be my guess. No, chances are good. We are going to see some tomorrow. There's a real chance that we're going to get rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Better chance Saturday and Sunday than Friday. But, yeah, and even maybe drifting a little bit into Monday. It'll be okay. Because the weather is going to be nice otherwise. 82 for the high most days. It's 75 on Sunday as the temperature drops a little bit. But really, we're not looking at cold weather anytime in the near future. I think the lowest the temp gets is around 40 at one point, and that's early in the morning. So I have taken to leaving my house without a jacket, Valerie, and I actually put the big heavy jacket away yesterday. I may be regretting that somewhere down the line.
You're over in the camp. Come on,
That's
swim
right.
over here. The water's warm, and you got a short sleeve shirt on, so no jacket means.
Wait, why is the
Wow,
water?
you're really-
Why is the water warmer
It's
over
always,
there?
it's always good.
I need some
Temperature's
answers.
perfect.
No, it's a little cool over
no,
here.
no,
Then I go
no.
there and it gets warmer.
It's-
I'm going to tell you, it's about to turn really cool
all
next
good.
week.
Uh-oh. I don't like it. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, it's going to be relatively nice. You're going to have a wonderful weekend if you allow yourself to. If you're looking to sell a piece of property, it's called undivided ownership. You, your brother, your sister, and a cousin all own this piece of property together. And you're trying to figure out, how do we make this work? Because nobody can do anything with it unless everybody agrees to do something with it. Maybe one person wants to buy it. The other three can't figure out how to figure out a price on that. It happens all the time. Look, Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing has had lots of experience with this. First off, they have, if you've got a piece of undeveloped real estate and it's undivided property ownership, they are able to take some software and chop that up into nice-sized lots and then sell each one individually, which will get you a better market value overall, right? That's number one. Number two, if one of the group decides they want to buy it, they can get in there and bid along with everybody else. So you know you're getting the best market value, and you're putting the thing out for auction to qualified buyers who are cash in hand. No contingencies, no punch list, nothing like that. Date certain sale, date certain close, all the stuff you love, nothing you don't. And really, what you need is an education on the subject, and it's a no-obligation education from Jack Granger or one of his crew. GTauctions.com is where you go to find out more. Maybe you've already got yourself a listing agent. That is not a deal killer. You can bring that listing agent along and you can talk with Jack Granger or company about what exactly it is you're trying to do and the best way to go about getting the best market value. Very convenient, very easy, a lot of fun, and a good moneymaker. That's what they're doing at Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing, GTauctions.com. Once again, GTauctions.com. Here's Steve-O.
It's Steve's turn.
So yesterday afternoon, word came down about the passing of famed football coach Lou Holtz. Holtz, born in the little town of Follinsby, West Virginia, January 6, 1937. Grew up not too far away, just over the river, East Liverpool, Ohio. Graduated there, East Liverpool High School. Went on to Kent State University. While there, he joined the ROTC, where upon graduation, with a degree in history, he would go on to claim a commission as a field artillery officer in the U.S. Army Reserves in 1959, but coaching was really what he wanted to do, and right out of college, he went to the University of Iowa as a graduate assistant, joining their coaching staff, and earned his master's degree while he was there. Coaching being what it is, he started to quickly move around from job to job. Iowa for 1 year, William and Mary from 1961 to 63, UConn in 64 and 65, South Carolina 66 and 67, Ohio State, I should say, in 68, actually helped the team lead the team to a national championship as an assistant coach. And then in 1969, got his first head coaching career job. He was hired at his previous second stop, William and Mary. Turned the then Indians, now Tribe, into a conference title and winner in a bowl appearance for them as well. Now they've kind of moved down a couple of different levels. 1969 went there, and then to 1972 moved on to North Carolina State. In 4 seasons, led the Wolfpack to a 33-12-3 record. Finished in the top 20 his first 3 years. His final year claimed a top 10 final poll result. The 1973 team claiming the ACC title. Overall, a 2-1-1 record in his 4 bowl games. From there, he decided to try the pros. For his one attempt at the NFL, he spent 1 year, almost, with the New York Jets. Hired over names like former Tennessee and Pitt coach Johnny Majors and future Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Marv Levy. Again, he didn't finish out the season. He resigned with the team sitting at a dismal 3-10 record in that season. Told media on his way out, quote, "God did not put Lou Holtz on this earth to coach in the pros." Somewhere Nick Saban went, "Amen, brother." He quickly landed on his feet, claimed a job at Arkansas in 77. In 7 years in the tough Southwestern Conference, this was before they joined the Southeastern Conference, worked up a 60-21-2 record. Led the Razorbacks to a berth in the 1978 Orange Bowl against a heavily favored Oklahoma. They were going for their third national title in 4 years. However, his team throttled the Sooners 31-6, and Holtz began to get a reputation of building teams that were giant killers. He actually was considered to replace Woody Hayes at Ohio State. However, he decided against it due to not wanting to follow the legend that Hayes was. Wonder if Ray Perkins might agree to that. As he got into the 1980s, things slipped a little bit at Arkansas. Holtz was fired. We'll get back to that. He moved on to become the head coach of a team that Richard knows well, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They had won one game in 1983, but under Holtz quickly improved, went bowling in 1985, but he actually wasn't on the sidelines for that because he'd already been hired at Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish were a shadow of what they had been in their history when Holtz arrived. He wasted little time rebuilding that program, claimed the national title in 1988, and then running through the regular season, winning their first 11 games in that regular season following it before losing to Miami in the season finale. From 1988 to 1993, led the Irish to a 64-9-1 record, led the Irish to 9 straight bowl games, which is still actually a school record. Thing is, however, he was not 100% squeaky clean as a coach. He was fired for reasons not publicly revealed at Arkansas. Some said it was due to his filming a commercial in support of Senator Jesse Helms' campaign, despite Helms attempting to block the passage of the Martin Luther King Jr. federal holiday. Minnesota had been put on probation for recruiting violations after he left. Notre Dame also put on probations for extra benefits provided to football players under Lou Holtz. He left Notre Dame after the 1996 season, retired, so he said, didn't stick. He accepted the South Carolina job in 1999, took a Gamecocks team that went 0-11 in his first year to 8-4 in his second year, continued the improvement in his third year, but then dropped to consecutive 5 and 7 years, so he decided after the 2004 season to retire from coaching once again. Unfortunately, more violations were found involving improper tutoring, and off-season workouts that led to another probation for another Holtz-led program. In all, he ended his coaching career, not including the NFL, with a 249-132-7 record. Over his career, Holtz also wrote or co-wrote 10 books, worked for both CBS and ESPN as a college football analyst. He retired from broadcasting in 2015. He married once, Beth Barkas, 1961. They were married till her passing from cancer in 2020. They had 4 children, including former Birmingham Stallions head coach Skip Holtz. Holtz was very open about his Christian faith. He was also a supporter of the Republican Party, as Tommy Tuberville said about an hour ago when we interviewed him. He was under end-of-life hospice care as of the end of January, according to his family, and his family was with him when he passed yesterday at his home in Orlando, Florida. Lou Holtz, 89 years old.
Man, it's a life
What a career.
well lived.
Yep.
I knew he was the coach of the University of Minnesota, and I knew that he got into some trouble in both there and Notre Dame and potentially in Arkansas. It just seems like it followed him everywhere he went. And, every time Lou, and it was always retroactively, they'd be like, oh, we just found out that something funny was going on while he was there. The team would get punished, but he'd already moved on to the next thing, which I always thought was kind of unfair. It's like, go stick it to that guy. How dare you?
The weird thing about it is in doing the research on it, the Minnesota job, as I mentioned, he left after 1985. The NCAA didn't slap the sanctions on him until 1990.
Yeah. They move slow, no question about it.
But you gotta love the way Lou used to talk. You always had
It's
that
hard to
slushy
hear
mouth
it.
going there.
But the minute you heard
So
the
it's
voice,
just-
you knew who it
You
was.
knew who it was,
Exactly.
Very
exactly.
distinct.
You knew exactly who it was. I tell you, I got so mad at Lou Holtz one time. It was back during the 2010 Auburn season when, Cam Newton was going for the Heisman Trophy and looking for the national championship as well. And Lou Holtz was doing picks of one kind or another. And he talked about how, Auburn's just dirty and they just paid this guy and it's terrible. He'd already been cleared by the NCAA at that point. The NCAA had already come out and said, No, we did an investigation, and in a rare case, because we never say this, but we're going to come out right now and say we did an investigation and we found no evidence that this took place. And Lou actually took the Auburn helmet off of the stage and turned and drop kicked it like off the stage because he said we don't have any use for them. And I was like, whoa, dude, come on. You know, for a coach who got in trouble everywhere he went, that's some bold talk, man.
Sure is.
Nonetheless, I got to give him props for his conservative views, the fact that he was on the side of Donald Trump. And I'm guessing that if he hadn't died, he'd probably be part of this college football roundtable that Trump is putting together. Yeah. Because he and Trump have been friends for quite some time. Sad to see him go.
Yes.
The late, great Lou Holtz. Made it 89 years, not too shabby. If I can make it 89 years, maybe I'll end up on a Steve's turn, too. 9.
If I make it that far.
16. Dixon and Vining. Stick around. Coming back to Broadway, there shall be yet another staging of Chess. It's a musical about people who sit very quietly in front of a board for a long period of time. Talk about exciting. I know I'd be riveted in my seat.
Mm-hmm.
As you should be.
Absolutely. Those little clocks. It is 9:23 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. I don't know who they got to play any of the parts in this updated version, but I probably wouldn't recognize them. I don't know anybody on Broadway anymore.
You don't?
It's over.
Nobody?
Patty LuPone was the last
That
name
was
I
it?
recognized. Yeah. Mandy Patinkin. That was it. I don't know nobody else. That's
Wow.
sad.
That is kind of sad,
Well,
Richard.
you know,
Mm.
for a gay adjacent man like myself,
You are not.
who used to know all the Broadway actors.
It's all the showbiz stuff.
That's
you know?
right.
I looked him up.
Yep.
You
don't recognize any of them either?
No.
I
They
didn't-
say one of them is an Emmy nominee, Leah Michelle, but
I know.
couldn't tell you
Le-
what the heck she won it for.
Leah Michelle was in Glee.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Well,
played the-
congratulations. Now she's on Broadway.
There you go. She was on Broadway to begin with, actually. She played the little girl in Les Mis. That's how her career started.
And now she's back.
See, you act like I don't know this stuff, Valerie. I know this stuff.
Oh, I know you know this
I
stuff.
know this stuff.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's amazing.
It's a little
Some of the
frightening,
things you know.
actually, and
Yeah, some-
disturbing.
well, like you brought up the date of that article.
Yeah.
What was it? July?
Ju-
See, I've
July
already forgotten.
21st.
July something of
July 21st of 2017,
or-
yeah.
See, couldn't even remember what that was.
How am I carrying all this around in my brain?
I don't
and
really know.
Still don't know
I mean,
where my
it's-
car keys
it's
are.
Like
I
you've got a
have no-
Rolodex in your brain.
little
I'm
yes.
like, huh?
And that's the problem. Rolodex, very outdated.
Very.
Very
But
outdated.
it works very well for you.
What it should really be is like a hard drive of some kind. But no, I
Not
got
like
the
that?
Rolodex.
Mm,
Very
okay.
sad.
Yeah, it is. You'll be okay. You know what? You will be okay if you have a vehicle to sell and you don't want to sell it yourself, or you don't want to go down to a dealership and go through that rigmarole. I mean, I don't know how that process got started where they think that you have 3 hours to sit down and play this game where they're like, well, you're going to trade your car in and let me go talk to my manager. I'll be back. And a half hour later or an hour later, they don't do this. The process of getting rid of your current vehicle, the best way to do that is to sell it first. Only you don't have to handle it if you go to Birmingham Broker. There are a lot of people that have discovered that Craig and Keith and his staff at Birmingham Broker are extremely knowledgeable about getting your car sold as quickly as they possibly can with getting as much equity out of that vehicle into your bank account. Now, that's the beauty of it, because you know if you trade your vehicle, somebody else is getting that equity, not you. And that's your vehicle. You should be getting most of the equity out of it. So the next time you have a truck or SUV that you're ready to sell, maybe get into something else, whatever that vehicle may be, first sell your vehicle through Birmingham Broker. Get in touch with these guys or just get on down there today, 2224 4th Avenue South, and they'll tell you pretty quickly what the value of your car is and tell you, well, this is how we're going to sell it, and this is the price we think we can get for it. So you know right up front. It's a great process. Get in touch with the guys at Birmingham Broker, bhambroker.com, bhambroker.com, or just get downtown and go introduce yourselves to them.
All right, everybody. Hide your wife. Hide your kids.
Oh, no.
Alec Baldwin's
Boy,
in
what,
town.
was that not the greatest
Oh, goody.
video ever?
Mm-hmm.
Hide your wife. hide
Apparently,
your
somebody
kid.
was driving down downtown and ran across on Morris Avenue Alec Baldwin and a film crew, and they're filming an action movie called Crosshairs. Birmingham seems to be like the hot spot for such
Can I
things.
just tell you that I had, knowing that Alec Baldwin is in town, I thought, I passed this vehicle this morning, and I said, I wonder, this would just be typical for him to be in this vehicle. I'm going from Shelby County north on 65, and I just crossed 459, and there's this black limo in the far left lane.
Uh-huh.
Black limo, go with me on this. Georgia license plate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe flew into Atlanta,
Right.
came over. And it had a longhorn ornament
Uh-huh.
on the very front of the vehicle.
Very nice.
And it's flying down the road.
Mhm.
I'm like, could that be? Could that be Alec Baldwin in that limousine?
It was either him or some kids going to prom.
Maybe.
I'm
But it was
pretty-
awfully early in the morning. You know, I mean, this is like at 4:45 in the morning.
What was the old Jerry Seinfeld bit? You know, whenever I see someone in a limousine, I go, there's someone who could gather together $80. That was back when the limo cost $80.
You know,
Now it's
I
probably
also I told
$200.
somebody, I said, hey, look at here, Alec Baldwin's in Birmingham filming a movie.
Yeah.
And you know what the response was?
So?
Bingo. I
Congratulations
was like,
to him.
wow, that was, unimpressive.
I disagree with Alec Baldwin's politics 1,000%, and yet
And his shooting ability.
I don't care for that either.
No, I don't want to be
still-
anywhere around that.
I still hold him somewhat responsible for not at least checking, the gun, the firearm, to see whether or not there was anything in it. I mean, to know so little about firearms that you can't even be bothered to open up that cylinder and
He
take a
didn't-
look
He didn't know how.
because he didn't know how.
He
That's
didn't know
exactly
how.
right. That's exactly
So
right.
if you don't know how, you have no business handling a weapon that could take somebody's life.
I
Put the
agree.
thing down.
I'm still frustrated by that. However, he was fantastic on 30 Rock. He did a great job of playing a hardcore conservative, which I found funny. He interacted with an awful lot of guest stars, like Condoleezza Rice was on there once, and they had a
I
little
bet
back and
Condi
forth.
regrets that.
Apparently, they supposedly on the show they had dated at one point, which I thought was kind of funny, and it was pretty cool. Plus, he has some of the best comedians in cars getting coffee episodes with Jerry Seinfeld. It ran 3 seasons, and he did it once every season, and it's some of the funniest stuff. I mean, he really is a funny guy who is, I'd say, personable, but he's not, because every time he gets near the press, he yells at them and throws things. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, you have problems, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's married to a crazy lady. Hilaria? Her name is Hillary, okay?
And he calls her Hilaria?
No, she calls herself Hilaria.
Hilaria. It's
She
Hillary?
tries to go. She was in Spain for a while growing up, but she wasn't born in Spain, and she spoke English from the get-go. And now she tries to speak with this fake accent and pretend she doesn't know some English words. It's like, you're a lunatic. Stop it.
That's weird.
It's
Hilaria.
very weird.
Apparently, Doug Jones kind of met with him.
Yeah.
Hey, enjoy that, Doug. Little bonding there between the two of them.
We mentioned yesterday that Bruce Campbell is not dead, but still evil. That's good. Evil, dead. He's beating a treatable but not curable cancer
Oh,
right now.
wow.
He's in the process of, I guess, treating it. And so he has had to call off several Comic-Con adventures. He said he was done playing Ash Williams, the demon hunter he depicted in 3 Evil Dead horror comedy movies. But then, yeah, they had a TV show, Ash versus the Evil Dead, that ran from 2015 to 2018. He finally just said, I can't do this any longer. I'm done. It's over for me. To me, he will always be Briscoe County Jr. Loved that show. He also, by the way, good friends with Sam Raimi. That's why he appeared in all 3 of the original Spider-Man movies with Tobey.
Along with Sam's Oldsmobile.
Sam's Oldsmobile and every one of those as well. Very good stuff. 9:30, Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. There it is, Naked Eye's other hit. Little Promises, Promises. Oh, Promises, Promises. Also the name of a Broadway show, in case you were wondering. 6:36 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. I'm just trying to prove how gay adjacent I can be. How about Britney Spears arrested in California? What for? What did she do? Do we know? What now?
Let's see if I can find the details
You mean
for
other
you.
than being an idiot?
Give me just a second.
You
here.
can't just arrest people for being an idiot. If you could, John Bird would have been picked
Why
up
don't you
years
take?
ago.
Let's take guesses first before I actually pull this up.
Driving under the influence.
Okay.
That's my stab.
On suspicion of DUI in California Wednesday night.
Score!
Oh, look at me.
Bing, 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 bing. Richard wins.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Pulled over by the California Highway Patrol in
CHP?
Ventura County.
Was
Chips.
it Frank or
She was
Ponch?
released
Ponch.
this morning. Why'd you release her? Don't let her go.
Sorry, Frank was Ponch. John or Ponch. Yeah.
She's due in court May 4th. Further details. We don't need any more details. She had a DUI. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
Wow.
Brutal.
I'm telling you, train wreck right there. Train wreck.
The Alabama Men's Clinic would like to talk to you about your testosterone level. What's going on with you, huh? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you upbeat? Do you have some energy? Or are you dragging yourself through the day every single day? If that is the case, then you probably really ought to take a look at the Alabama Men's Clinic at 598-7000. Make an appointment. This is urology-backed science. It is powered by Men's Pro, and they have got a variety of different options for upping your testosterone level. First, they measure and find out if you're between the magic numbers of 600 and 900, and then they talk to you about how it's going to get what, there's injections, there's different ways of getting the testosterone level where you need it to be. And let me tell you, as a guy who's experienced this, you begin feeling better almost immediately. It is a real life-changing, exciting opportunity that you can get a hold of here with the Alabama Men's Clinic. You can find them online, too, alabamamensclinic.com. Fixing your low T might fix your ED, or it might take something else. You may need something else. They have a variety of options for that as well. And they can also talk to you about what it, hair loss, weight loss. Look, anything that befalls men of a certain age, this is what they do. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000, or online at alabamamensclinic.com. More than 36 million pounds of rice and ramen sold at Trader Joe's had to be recalled after customers found glass shards in their food.
Oh, man, that's serious. This isn't just a mislabel. This is actual glass.
Glass. What in the world
Happened there.
I would like to know. Did it
Right.
find its way in at the factory? I mean, get a load of this. We're talking about 33,617,045 pounds of fried rice, 617,045 pounds of rice. Wow. Ramen and shumai dumplings, bringing the total to nearly
Shumai dumplings.
37 million pounds.
That's quite a name for some dumplings.
Yeah. Shumai dumplings.
Sounds like you're trying to get rid of them.
No, they're barefoot. They need to be shoes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Health risk of swallowing bits of glass could be potentially severe and even life-threatening. Do we need to put that in the article?
No, you know you.
Well,
you
just
can't
to make
swallow
sure that you
glass.
understand that.
I'd like to believe.
TikTok challenge would be next.
Oh, stop! Don't even suggest it, because somewhere, there's gonna be some kids that go, "Yes,
You
let's
know,
try this."
Somewhere,
You go
somebody
first.
must
No,
have
you-
said,
let's get Mikey.
how about we eat some glass?
Yeesh.
Dunkin' is unleashing a zero sugar energy drink for that midday pick-me-up. That's going to make RFK Jr. happy because he's blasting both Dunkin' and Starbucks for their sugar-filled beverages.
Well, there's a lot of other people you could go after too.
That's
Why are
true.
you zeroing out Dunkin' and Starbucks?
I agree.
I mean, what about Pepsi and Coke?
Exactly.
Huh? How about RC Cola?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could run the whole line.
Leave my
Why
RC
are you doing this?
My question here is, why in the world are you not blaming the people themselves who are buying and drinking
Yeah,
these
the
things?
consumers that are drinking it.
I would say that you need to target them and say, guys, you need to back down on this. I understand, you understand that when you get the Starbucks super frappe latte foamy, come on,
Gamate.
it's a milkshake. You
It's got
understand
like
that?
500 calories
Yeah.
in it.
I think people are like, it's just coffee.
Yeah,
We
it is-
don't know.
I don't very often drink a Starbucks, but sometimes,
Mhm.
I will. And when I went out to Arizona in November, there was one in the hotel I was staying at, and I was like, oh, I'm getting one of those.
Every day.
Rather than that coffee that's in your hotel room, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to the Starbucks. And I would get a pumpkin latte, whatever. And there was probably, 425 calories in that thing. But it's like,
But they were vacation calories,
yeah,
so they didn't
vacation
count.
calories don't matter.
This new sugar-free energy drink is available in 6 flavors: blackberry tangerine,
That sounds good.
tropical mango,
Mm.
juicy peach, dry peach, glamberry, which is blackberry tangerine and juicy peach. What? Sun zest, which is tropical mango and juicy peach, and blush pop, blackberry tangerine and tropical mango.
It's a lot of fruit.
It is. It's a
And
lot of fruit.
It's a lot of
and
sugar, apparently,
It's
too.
not, though. It's all sugar-free.
Oh, it is sugar-free.
This is the sugar-free
Oh, I
energy drink.
gotcha.
It's supposed to be the midday pick-me-up. I can't do it.
Gotcha.
I don't.
So can RFK would be okay with this?
Probably.
Zero sugar. Didn't realize that.
I don't know how he'd feel about Jif dropping a new Easter candy, 2 of them, in fact. It's really just a peanut butter-filled egg, kind of competing with Reese's, except if you know Reese's peanut butter inside the egg, it's a little different than, like, Jif peanut butter. They actually just took
Yeah,
Jif
it
and
is.
shoved it in there. Liquid.
Shoved it
They shoved it. It's delicious.
by hand.
Yeah.
Well, we need to give these a try, Richard.
They wore gloves.
Okay,
Uh,
appreciate that.
If we
Jif
find
peanut
'em-
butter filled eggs.
Yeah.
Milk chocolate filled with creamy peanut butter.
Why
Okay,
could you
well,
not-
Why? Yeah.
Could you put crunchy in one? Just, I
That,
just want to see.
that might be good too.
I'd be all about the crunchy. They do that with eggs, and they've got bunnies as well.
I have not seen these before, but I hadn't really looked for them.
Reese's seems to be, they're getting challenged here, I guess. And that's okay. Yeah, there's got to be room in the market for everybody, right?
Got to
Sure.
keep you on your toes. Make sure that you're on top of your game.
Mm-hmm.
The best Dr. Pepper product coming out in 2026 is not a soda. They say it's Dr. Pepper Dippin' Dots, launching nationwide.
I thought we were done with Dippin' Dots. Is this still a thing?
It's the ice cream of the future, Valerie.
Apparently, it is.
It's been the ice cream of the future since you were 6.
Really?
It's still the
I
ice
think
cream
I've
of the
tried
future.
it one time.
2 sweet nostalgic icons, I love the fact that it's nostalgic. It used to be the ice cream of the future, are teaming up to create the sweet treat of my dreams. If you're anything like me, you believe the best part of going to amusement parks and sports stadiums isn't the main attraction, but the concession stands. I can practically taste the impossibly creamy, adorably pastel banana split Dippin' Dots melting on my tongue to this day. And now, for the first time in its nearly 40-year history, Dippin' Dots is collaborating on a new flavor with another powerhouse brand, Dr. Pepper. It's just what the doctor ordered. Actually, I think the best Dr. Pepper item coming out in 2026 is already out. It's Dr. Pepper Johnsonville Brats.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I'd do that.
Come
yes.
on.
Yeah, I would do that.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dr. Pepper and I love Johnsonville Brats.
Mm-hmm.
The two combined?
They might be interesting. I don't like Dr. Pepper, so I'm going to say no on that.
I would try
I vote
these.
no.
And again, another
You
one
don't
of those.
know what you're missing.
But I imagine you would cook them up the same way you'd cook almost anything.
This is
Any-
why,
any
again,
sort of
you
stuff.
use tongs, not a fork, because if there's Dr. Pepper inside that
Oh,
Johnsonville
yeah.
brat,
It'll all come leaking out.
you don't want it. You don't want it
Nope.
punctured,
Yeah.
so to say.
Be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
Tasting Table took a really long time to write this article, but they finally got around to it. The sandwich chain that cost way too much now, according to former fans. Anyone want to take a stab at it?
I'm
I'm looking at it, so I can't say it.
Yeah.
But I think it's right.
Sandwich chain.
Subway.
Exactly.
Yeah, it had to be.
You know, do you suppose they shot themselves in the foot with a $5 foot long, even though that was a long time ago?
Yeah. I mean, they did that. They moved
did
to a
it so
$6
well.
foot long.
Yeah, they did the $5 foot long so well
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of ingrained in everybody's brain. And then they're like, well, it's not a $5 foot long. What is this, $10 for, or $11 now, or whatever it
13, yeah.
is for a foot long?
Crazy.
They're like, well, this isn't right. Why can't you do the $5?
Nobody's, doing $5 anything
No.
anymore, Prices went up like everybody else with Subway, but man, they just really did kind of lose their minds on some of that stuff. I look at a foot-long sandwich, I go, $13. There used to be, on a Sunday, there was a buy two, get one free deal on footlongs. And I'd be like, okay, I could do that. If I'm going to pay $26 for 2 subs and get a third sub for free,
Yeah.
then that breaks it down to a much more reasonable cost per sub.
I would
But I
say
don't think
this.
they do that anymore.
Have you looked at the price of deli meat lately?
Yes.
I love deli meat. Mom used to always buy roast beef, turkey, ham, stuff like that to make sandwiches.
Yeah.
If you go over now to the deli, and I'm not talking Boar's Head.
No.
Let's just say, I don't know, a Publix brand, something
Dietz
that
and
they
Watson.
have.
Sure, yeah.
If you go over and just buy the Publix brand, not Boar's Head, it's outrageous how
Still
much deli meat is.
Extremely expensive.
I mean, a pound of
Crazy.
a pound of deli meat is now ranging at like $8 plus.
Yeah.
Roast beef is somewhere in the $13 to $14
it's
range.
insane.
It's
Yeah.
outrageous.
Roast beef is crazy expensive.
I can't tell you the last time I bought roast beef because I'm like, I'm not spending that. It's deli meat.
Fortunately, somebody gave me an Arby's gift card for Christmas, so I'm going to rush off and use that one. So
Yeah, that's for your next road trip.
That's it.
Hmm.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its has launched a new flavor after we just ranked them yesterday.
So then
This
we're going
one
to
isn't
figure
in
out where
there?
this one
We
sits
have
in the
to
grand scheme of things.
Start all over again now. Cheez-Its
Oh,
launches new black pepper cheddar.
I want to try these.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
Oh, I bet those are good.
Sound pretty good, don't
You know, if you like the cheddar, then you
Yeah.
just put a little pepper on it.
they?
Yum.
Count me in. I like pepper on almost everything.
Touche.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to rush right out and pick up 6
Okay,
boxes
so-
of these.
The Jif
Mm-hmm.
chocolate eggs, the Dr. Pepper Johnsonville brats,
Mhm.
and the black pepper cheddar Cheez-Its.
Sounds like somebody might be
Going
on the
off
back
my
end
diet.
of her diet. Yes, it sounds like somebody is just like, never mind.
No, I'm staying the course.
Okay,
Staying
good
the
for you.
course.
Good for you. Keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
I am also attempting, but boy, oh boy, it does
It's
not
rough.
come off anywhere near as fast as it used to, man.
The closer you get to spring, the harder it gets.
Closer you get to
Because you're like, oh, I'm out in the yard.
70.
There's that cold beer in the refrigerator calling my name.
closer you get to 70 years old, the harder it gets, is what it is.
That too.
9:48 with Dixon and Vining. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. We have got the Dixon and Vining question of the day coming your way next. 9:53, Dixon Dividing, Talk 995, talk995.com. We are going to hand things off to Skippy and his little sidekick Jimbo here in a few minutes. But in the meantime, we got a few things to cover, not the least of which is our text. Mark says, Richard's Lou Holtz barn story just made me love the guy even more. Well, good for you, Mark. I didn't hold it against him for long. Scott says, I always enjoyed Lou Holtz's witticisms. You can find online, I'm sure, if you go looking for it. Lou Holtz used to do this trick. He did it all the time. I saw him do it once or twice on TV. He would take, remember the newspaper? He would take a regular, a giant, folded, 2 pages of newspaper, right? And he would talk about how life will tear you up and rip you up, and he would tear it into small little pieces. And then he'd say, but, only God can make you whole again. Very religious man.
Sure.
And he would unfold the paper, and it was a really, he had it down. He had perfected this trick to a point that I had never seen before. It's a sleight of hand thing, and I know how the trick is done. Anybody can tell you how the trick is done, but doing it as well as Lou Holtz did it, especially at his age, was the impressive part, because you have to somehow palm a full newspaper that's folded up, and it has to be obviously a copy of the one that you're ripping up, and you have to get rid of the ripped up pieces at the same time, and you never see that happen when he did it. I mean, he just was fantastic at this one. It's the only trick I ever saw him do, but he did it really well. Let's see. Scott says, yeah, I always enjoyed Lou Holtz's witticisms. Here's Chris and his favorite Burger King story. Are you ready?
Sure.
In suburban Philly, there are SEPTA train tracks next to BK. I would take a pocket full of ketchup and mustard from the BK and line them up on the track outside and watch and listen with glee as they spattered and pop, pop, pop sound they would make.
Okay.
Chris, you might want to have yourself checked. I'm worried about you, my friend.
The joys of a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it took. Listen, we didn't have the internet, and we didn't have cell phones. That's what we did.
Didn't have much going
James
on.
Gregory used to say, somehow you got to learn how to entertain yourself.
That's
This
so
is
true.
why the kids today don't get in as much trouble as we did.
That's
We were
right.
doing things like that.
They get in trouble online. Candace
that's
says,
true.
I haven't texted in a while. I love the bumper music. Thanks.
Thank you.
Max says, saw him in front of the Jeffco Courthouse filming yesterday, talking about Alec Baldwin, of course. Let's see. Could have been Matthew McConaughey. It was not. Dave says Alec Baldwin was in an Irish production movie, Pixie. He played a machine gun-toting drug dealer, Catholic priest. Aren't they all?
Man, that's a lot going on there, isn't it?
Aren't all Catholic priests machine gun-toting drug dealers? Edwin says, I've soaked my ribs in Dr. Pepper before putting them in the smoker. They turned out great, if you say so. Jay says, deli meat like chicken is easy to make at home from scratch. If you say so. I think
have a recipe for that?
I'm actually going to buy it from the deli. That's what makes it deli meat, I believe. I could be wrong on that.
Could be.
All right, let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
It is, spring training time. If you were a major league batter, what would your walk-up song be, Steve West?
A little bit of a throwback to Major League, but I'm going to take the Sam Kinison version of Wild Thing.
Wild Thing. You make my heart sing.
Fling.
All right, what do you got, Valerie?
I'm going Ozzy and Crazy Train.
Oh, I love Crazy Train. Love me some Crazy Train. Maybe Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
That's a good one.
Good one.
See if I could get beamed. Take my base. That's what I'm after. Thomas says, Prelude to War by Bear McCreary from Battlestar Galactica.
Well, there you
All right.
go.
Bad Reputation, Joan Jett, says Dawn. Mark says Power Trip, Monster Magnet. Chip says I Missed Again by Phil Collins. Very good. Mountain Music by Alabama. Okay. Zarathustra. Be 2001 A Space Odyssey, right? That's Billy Ray.
Also Sprock.
Center Field, says Jim. Running on Empty, says Nancy.
I worry about Craig a little bit. He said, I am a little teapot.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like it.
Actually, going the opposite end there.
Terry, Another One Bites the Dust. John, Back at Bat, You Hear the Crack, That's Not the Ball. That would be my back. Very nice, John. Jamie says Thunderstruck. I like that one, too. Hair of the Dog, says Tom.
Joel says the theme song to Mr. Rogers.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for neighbors.
Be my neighbor.
Hunter says, run around Sue. Deirdre, do-wah diddy-diddy, dum diddy-do. Little Manfred man. Highway to Hell says Ken. Born to Run, Donnie. Gloria says Barracuda. Ooh,
Barracuda.
Living Dead Girl, says Blair. Wow. Lon, same that my son's was when he played baseball. Then he puts a link. I'm not clicking your link, Lon.
Ooh,
Not
no,
going
we
to
can't
happen.
do that.
Nope. Theme from the TV show Batman.
Nice.
That's
pretty good. I like that.
A lot of center field. Yakety sax, says Joe Pat. Why not?
Don't talk back.
Dale, no, that's yakety yak.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is
I always
yakety
get it.
sax. This is-
Yakety
yeah.
yak and
Uh-huh.
it's yakety sax.
Dale says
Too
Dr.
close
Love.
together.
They call me Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Lonesome Loser from Greg. Hit me with your best shot, says Kathleen. Hey, we think alike. I like that. Very good. All right, good. Red Groovy. Rob Zombie. Never going to stop. All right, that's it for us. We are out of here back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to you then, Dixon. Bye now.